Hello, welcome to the second part of this series about the life in Dubai versus the life in Munich based on my own experiences. I lived in both cities, in Dubai over 1 year, so 1.5 years to be more precise, in Munich around 5 to 6 years. And yeah, I'll be showing in this video the aspects of the social life, so making friends, networking, restaurants, nightlife, also I'll touch on the weather, the nature. It will be really, if you are looking to move to either or from one city to another, you will have here all the information you'll need. It is a bit long, this video, but I made sure that I put all the information, all my knowledge in one video so you can really make the most of it. So stay tuned, push the like button, don't forget to put your comments, and yeah, let's go into it. Just before we jump to the content, please don't forget to watch the first video where I also talked about the aspects of really moving to Dubai, so about the health insurance, about the languages, about the accommodation. All these I covered them in the last video, and that's the second part of it. Let's do it. The weather in Dubai. In Dubai, the weather you see from my face expression, you have only summer all year long. You have summer, which means in the winter months it is around 26 degrees, and if we go to the summer months, I would call it it is a hot summer months because Dubai is located in the desert. Not only in the desert, it is also next to the sea, which means it is very humid but also very hot. So the temperatures are of 50 degrees Celsius, which is around 120 degrees Fahrenheit, are quite normal, and you will have to live with them each day during the summer months. And you want to avoid being outside. If you are parking your car, you want to park your car in the shadow. Don't put it in the sun because it will almost burn. And yeah, you just use the AC and stay indoors. That's how you survive it. And you spend a lot of time in the gym to do some sports, but you cannot jog outside. So for me personally, after 1 year here, I am now able to jog outside in the summer, but I do it really at 7 a.m. in the morning. And I have also some work colleagues who go cycling at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So the people really shift their schedules towards the start of the day, so before the sunrise, to make profit of take advantage of the weather, which is still cool before the sun comes out. And in the winter again, so as said, 26 degrees, perfect weather for going to the beach, enjoying activities outdoors, and you start really seeing more people on the streets, more people sitting outside of restaurants, which is really nice atmosphere in general, and the parties outside, and it's really a lot happening in Dubai in the winter months, and this is also the period where you see most of the tourists. So this year, we're in 2022, we had around 3.4 to 4 million tourists in the winter season. But of course, in the summer, in the hot summer season, you will start seeing this number reduce. When I start speaking about the hot summer and winter, or the between brackets summer, normal summer, I mean the months. So the hot summer is it starts towards the end of April, May, start of May, and it ends around, let's say, end of September, mid-October. So that's really the hot season. And the winter season is between mid-October, November, until then start of April, this mid-April, until mid-April. That's when the winter, so the beautiful weather is in Dubai. And so you start seeing in the hot summer, some of the expats leave back home. They work from home for the whole summer, and then come back to Dubai once the weather starts getting better. So in Munich, we've got 4 seasons, and that's really one of the main benefits of Europe. You've got really the winter, spring, summer, autumn, and they're all well defined. For me, my favorite was the period between August and October, because the weather was the nicest. It was also the less rain that I've experienced. In the spring it was quite rainy, especially in April in Germany, and of course the winter is quite tough, so just be prepared for a very tough winter because the temperatures go below 0 degrees, so it is frozen, and also you can you will have, let's say, at least 1 month of snowfall or snow on the ground during the winter. So there are some winter where it snows less, but still then it gets very, very cold. So I've experienced some temperatures of minus 27 degrees in Munich, which is next to the Alps. In the northern part of Germany, the weather tends to be more convenient from the temperature perspective, but it is more windy because it's next to the sea. Yeah, so. And Munich is more next to the mountains, so that's in general. I love the weather there, and it is the winter is tough, but the summer is really great for activities outside. During the winter, you of course will be wearing a couple of jackets and so on to keep you warm, but in the summer you can walk outside with t-shirts, shorts. You can grill outside. You have great scenery. And you will enjoy the summer in Germany. It's really great for outdoor activities. Nature in the UAE, it is very different from Munich, of course. You know it already. So here it is middle in the desert, next to the sea, which means you have on the one side a lot of sand, which is the desert sand. You can go camping in the desert. Especially in the winter months. In the summer I would not recommend it. I don't know if you will survive it at all. And you can see also camels and some beautiful wildlife, also some deers and so on. So really beautiful outside. Also in the winter it gets very cold in the desert, but I think that's something that you know, that in the desert at night it is quite cold. And on the other side it is the beach, so there is the Gulf Sea. And it is a great opportunity throughout the year actually to go swim and have some fun time really with the water. So it is very well known, this region, for the water sports, and you can really enjoy this type of really big beach, like long beaches, and also some of them are empty inside the city. They're not that empty, but if you start going outside, you start really having some empty beaches, as I showed you in my last video. And also in Dubai, if you drive around 1 hour away from the city, I would say 1 hour and hour and a half, you will be next to the Indian Ocean. And I've also posted a couple of videos from that region, which is mountainous, which means you have a lot of mountains. It is more rocky, so no longer the desert. It's more on the mountainside, and you have a completely different temperature somehow. It's for me personally, I like it way more than in Dubai, in the city, and you can spend there weekends, and there's a lot to see. There's Oman also, the neighboring country, which you can visit. So really great opportunity to discover the nature over here. Now Munich, it's a complete different story. It has a lot to offer because its location in the middle of Europe. You know, so you've got the mountains, the Alps. You've got Switzerland next to you. You've got Austria also, and you don't need a lot of time to reach Prague in the Czech Republic, and of course Italy in the south. So if you drive 3 to 4 hours, you'll be in Italy, and you will be next to the Mediterranean Sea. So it is really a beautiful place to be at. And so for me personally, I really enjoyed the hiking. There was an endless number of forests and jogging routes and rivers, lakes. So really rich with water, rich with nature, and you will really, your eyes will get relaxed because of the greenery out there. In the winter months, it is of course then white mostly, and you will be then enjoying also these like unendless fields in the white color, which is really nice, great. And yeah, so hiking up the mountains, this was one of my favorite sports. If you like skiing, it's for you actually, and also so playing outdoor activities like football or tennis and so on, you can do it all in Germany outside. So really a great place to be if you're looking for, if you're more friendly for nature. Now on the cultural side, in Dubai, it was a village back then, so it was really a very small town in the United Arab Emirates, and it was built for expats. So, which means the culture is more, people coming in and leaving, and then new people coming in, and so it is very dynamic, and there is not that really established culture within the city. It is more really expats living together, different nationalities, different communities living together within one city. If you're looking really for the Arab culture, you're better off in Sharjah or in Abu Dhabi, where there are really more locals and the Arab community is a little bit stronger, which means that you will be able to really meet more the locals and understand their culture. And also from the buildings, you'll start seeing these old buildings, the old mosques, which is not that you will not be able to see it at that degree in Dubai itself. In Munich, it is of course like a cultural hub because of its Bavarian history and of course the history of Germany. So it played a major role in the history of Germany and of Central Europe in general. So that's why you start seeing old buildings, you'll start seeing some traditions that are over there, like the Oktoberfest, and people still wearing the Lederhose, which is the German traditional outfit. So this still have that traditional flair, although it is an international city. So a lot of expats live over there, a lot of Germans that from another roots live over there, and it is somehow like a beautiful big village where you can have a taste of the culture but also be in an international city. So really a great place to be in. And Germany in general is still somehow let's say culturally present, so the German culture can still feel it within each of the cities. And this is something really I loved about Germany in general and about Munich in particular. If we move now to the making friends in both of the cities, so in Dubai you will be noticing it is more easy to make friends because, as I said, everyone is expat, so you can imagine that you can meet people from all over the world. It's very easy if you are sitting in a bar, or if you are sitting on the beach, or if you're sitting wherever, even on the train, you will talk to people and you will be able to make friends. And the thing about it is this stays somehow like on the surface, so it is very hard to make real friends. That's what I've noticed, because you know that the people are today here but tomorrow maybe not, because it is rotating really quickly. And that's something that you will keep in your mind, and you will know that maybe at one point this person will no longer be here, and so you cannot build really these long-term friendships. In Munich it is a bit different, so getting to be friends with the German locals, so born in Munich and so on, is possible, of course. It is a little bit hard to get in contact with them if you do not do certain activities that they are used to do. For example, for me personally, I was able to meet really all my friends there on the football field. So really engaging into teams, like football teams or any type of sports, or even cultural activities. You'll be able then to meet people and to make some friends. Otherwise, outside of this, it could get tough if you're not speaking the language, and also if you're not really interacting socially through such activities that I was mentioning. So both cities have their ups and downs. For me personally, I still found it way more convenient in Munich because somehow the relationships were real, yeah. So you know the people are there, and you can trust them and so on. So it was quite a very positive experience for me personally. Restaurants and nightlife. The Dubai scores here very high from my perspective because of its location. So it is in the middle between Asia and Europe, and the expat community that is here plays also a major role. So you have restaurants from all over the world, and even the restaurants from Asia. I really love the quality over here. So I was really surprised how much varieties you will get. So from, let's say, Thailand cuisine to Chinese cuisine and so on, or to even the Korean cuisine, you really find a huge variety. And also, of course, on the European side, you start finding the pizzerias, and also, of course, without forgetting about the local food, so the food from the Middle East, so the Lebanese restaurants, the Egyptian restaurants, they're all really, really great. So you'll be really you have a lot of choices, and each time you need to decide, it's really a tough decision because you really have a large variety. So really a positive point for Dubai. Now on the nightlife, so it is there's I did not see any nightclubs as such, so there are some, but I've never been to any. There's some bars that are very well known where they also offer them alcohol, but mainly they are like I would say like beach bars, yeah, so located next to the beach or in the hotels, and they are, yeah. So from the if you are drinking alcohol and so on, it will be a little bit more expensive than in other countries. Yeah, but you're better off if you're not drinking alcohol because it is then cheaper for you. Otherwise, in general, it is a very secure city also at night. So if you're alone outside, of the night, nothing will happen to you. So it is really, really secure from that sense. Now, if we move to Munich, it's not like Berlin or the other or Cologne, the other like really big party cities in Germany. It is more on the quiet side. So there are of course the nightclubs and so on. There are also, so it is more focused on bars, I would say, than nightclubs where you can just meet people for a drink and so on and really enjoy the time. So really a wide variety of bars over there and in different parts of the city, and that's where usually the people would meet. And of course, so from the prices and so on are way cheaper, especially for the people who are drinking alcohol. It's way cheaper than because it gets produced in Germany in comparison to the UAE. So also from restaurants perspective, you've got also wide variety because Munich is an international city. So you will get exposure to really different cuisines. Of course, being in Germany and in Bavaria especially, you will get more restaurants serving Bavarian cuisine, and also some beer gardens where the Bavarian cuisine will be also served. Which is a great opportunity to see the culture of the country, because the cuisine is a major part of the culture, and I really loved German cuisine. But of course, you've got also a big Asian community, and also Arab community, and multiple other communities, and you will start then seeing multiple restaurants. But there is not like one dominant type of restaurants over there. Sometimes the choices start narrowing if you live long in the city. I think that's in every city. You start getting the narrow choices because you've tried everything, of course, and yeah. So from restaurants, pricing, and so on, Munich, I would say, is on the same level as Dubai. But although Dubai could be a little bit maybe less expensive, but yeah, so they are somehow comparable. let's jump now to the conclusion after listing down all the advantages, disadvantages, and so on. And what I will try to do to give points to each city, and let's see who will win. Suspense, suspense. So let's start with the cost of living. For this one, I would give it to Dubai based on my own experience, because I was able here to save way more money than I was able to do in Munich. Reason being is the high salary, no taxes, and of course the standards of living that I have been implementing here. So of course, if you start spending more, it would be then maybe more beneficial to live in Germany rather in Dubai. But for me personally, I was able to arrange it so that I'm able to save a lot here in Dubai, or way more than in Munich. For the accommodation, for the cost quality ratio, for what you get for what you pay, I will go with Dubai, because this was one of the most big surprises that I had. Bigger apartments for less price than in Munich, and also the supply is really high. So Dubai, you win on that one also. Healthcare, it's a tough one, but again, based on my own experience, I really loved it in Dubai again, because I was able to make doctor's appointment on the same day, and also the facilities in general, the hospitals, they were really great, and also the service-oriented staff made it really easy for me and also for my family here throughout all the different challenges, healthcare challenges that we would face over here. So again, Dubai +1. Public transportation, I think there's no doubt here, Munich wins, because the system, the infrastructure, and how really developed the infrastructure is. I don't think Dubai can compete with Munich there. It will take some time to Dubai to get there, but Munich really tops it. And even I think on the world stage, I think Munich would be one of the best cities for public transportations, but not only, also for the highways and any other infrastructure in Germany in general. It is one of the best in the world. So Munich +1. Languages, of course I would have to go with Dubai here, because you don't need to learn another language to live here. English is the main language and everyone speaks English, so you're better off here in Dubai to really integrate as an expat very quickly and be able to really, without any problems, get anything done you would like to from day one. So Dubai +1. The weather, I think that's a no-brainer. Germany, Munich in specific, very good weather. Winter is quite tough, but all the other seasons are good. You've got 4 seasons, and you've got also the luxury to switch your clothes. So from one season to another, you can wear different types of clothes, which you will not have in the UAE. So I will give this +1 to Munich. Nature, I will go with Munich, of course, because the mountains, the forest, the trees, the greenery, everything, the lakes, the rivers, it's really beautiful. The most beautiful scenery I've seen in my life. And also during the winter when it snowed, it's really tough for Dubai to compete with Munich on that one. Although the desert is beautiful, but still the nature in Munich is unbeatable. Restaurants and nightlife. This is a tough one because both cities are really on the same stage. So I will go with Dubai because it has more variety, but it is really tough to give it, not to give it also to Munich, because it had also a wide range of restaurants and also like a multicultural flair. So I will give it then to both, to be fair, because both are really good. So +1 Munich, +1 Dubai. Lifestyle and culture. Of course I would go with Munich because the city was built on culture. The whole city, if you do the city visit, it is simply like a cultural monument over there, and you will be learning a lot about the Bavarian history. So I will go with Germany, and also same for the lifestyle, because it is also, from my perspective, way more, let's say, people oriented to live in Germany. Making friends, again, a plus one for Germany, for Munich. And why? Because there I was able to make real friendships, and I'm really grateful for that. In Dubai, it is quite tough to make real long-lasting friendships. Yeah, so I will give it for Munich. And that's it. I hope you liked the video. I gave you all the facts that I've gathered throughout my experiences in both Munich and in Dubai, and I tried to make it also general for the countries, so from Germany and United Arab Emirates perspective. I hope this helped you get an idea about what to expect in each of the cities, and hope you would like the video. Please push the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to put your comments. And looking forward to see you in the next video. Have a nice one. Bye bye.